guess the place, okay, if you can guess the place within 2 clues, okay, so that means your GK skills are pretty good. Okay, fine. So let us see what is the question. Okay, so today ninth standard. Yes. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to write the question. Identify the place. So let's see if you can get this correct. So this is in India only. Okay, first we will see only our country rather than other places. First we should know our own home country. Okay, so that's why I'm sticking with India itself, and later on other countries in the world. As soon as you know the answer, you can send it to me via chat. Okay, so I will just open the chat so that you have the access to send it to me only directly. Okay, cool. So here you go. Clue number 1. This place has the oldest zoo of our country. Okay, so India's oldest zoo is in this place. Okay, clue number 2. World's oldest polo club. Okay, not India's, world's oldest polo club is in this place. Okay, so for those who don't know polo, polo is a game. Okay, so which all this British and all, along with cricket, they also encourage this polo game. Okay, only the elite business class people, high standards people, they used to play this polo. Okay, so what is this polo? I will show you polo game. Okay, I hope all of you have seen this. Okay, like this, where they ride the horse and there'll be a ball, there'll be a stick, and you have to score. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about. So let's go back. This is the polo game. Okay, so this place has the world's oldest polo club. So clue number 3. Asia's Asia's largest planetarium. This place has Asia's largest planetarium. So for those who do not know planetarium, so I'll show you what is a planetarium. How many of you have been to a planetarium first? You can click on yes icon. Planetarium. Okay. Okay. It's basically kind of a cinema theater kind of thing, but they will show you all about the galaxy, okay, the universe and everything. It's just a tour of your solar system and along with other galaxies present in the universe. Okay, it's like this is a planetarium. So I made a mistake in the spelling. I'll correct it. Planetarium. T-A. Okay, it has the Asia's largest planetarium. And let me just check the chat if anybody has got it correct or wrong. Okay, no, I'm asking about the name of the place. Okay, Ruhan is correct, Chinmay wrong. Okay, Shiv Kumar correct, Sri Hari correct, Karthik correct. Okay, and like so many chart is there, man. I'll just finish it off and then I'll show you the answer also. And this, after seeing this clue, I hope all of you will be able to tell the answer. Okay, this place was the capital of EIC. EIC stands for British East India Company. So when British East India Company established themselves in India, so they made this city as their capital. and they started to do all this trades and all the other controlling of all the transportation and all those things through this place. Okay, and what is this place? This place is none other than the famous once called as Calcutta. Okay, so now it's called as Kolkata. Okay, so this is the place that I'm talking about, the capital city of British East India Company, the place which has Asia's largest planetarium. It is also the world's oldest polo club, also the oldest zoo of our country. So amazing place. Let's go visit Kolkata and see how amazing it is. Okay, where you can represent your college in all these prestigious institutions of the country. So in once we had this convention in IIM Calcutta. Okay, so where they had just invited our college for this event. Okay, and I was just in first year at that time. Okay, since you know, like when you have good connections with your seniors, okay, so your seniors will always help you. Okay, so like me, my senior sent me along with the team. Okay, so which was supposed to represent. So I also went, and it was a great experience of you know, staying in IIM Calcutta for 5 days. Okay, so fully sponsored by the college. Okay, and in the college we have different committees as such. Okay, so those committees, they will put it under their budget and all that. Okay, so we stayed in IIM. Okay, so we saw the entire, you know, Kolkata. Okay, pura full. And I realized, you know, like this is the city where you have the past and the future in one place. Okay, so if you go to the old Kolkata or Esplanade or some other regions, you will get to know that one part of the city is dead old. Okay, as you saw in the video, it's like too old. They still have that tram. Okay, so you know tram. So tram is this thing in Calcutta. Okay, or in Kolkata, you can still find these old trams which will be running in the city. Okay, it even has a metro also, but along with that, it also has this tram. Tram is dead slow. Okay, so you have such Chotu trams running around the city. You know, and you also, Kolkata is also a metro city. It has a metro. It has an underground metro, by the way. Okay, and like it's an amazing place. You should definitely visit once, and you really know how you know, like old the city is, and also how new the city is. Okay, it's just like perfect combination of old and new, and that is Kolkata for you. Okay, great. So now let's just continue with what we were doing. So last class, if you remember, we were solving analogy. Okay, so and I'll just open this, and I hope I had posted it in the group also, the worksheet of analogy. You know, like some 2 pages I had posted, and if you have done the homework, so well and good. If you haven't done the homework, so I'll just quickly tell the answers. You can just mark it. So the last class, I hope we were solving this, and we had solved some more questions. So I'll just quickly tell you the answers so that you have an idea of the answer. So question number 6. Okay, so pigeon is a symbol for peace. The same way white flag is symbol for surrender. Okay, I think we might have done all this. Okay, so but I'll just quickly mark the answers so that you are aware. So wax is the raw material to make grease. Okay, so wax is used to make grease. So in the same way, over here you can see milk is used to make curd. Okay, see, of course, ghee is also a dairy product. Okay, but ghee is obtained from butter. Okay, from butter I get ghee. So now you can, so butter comes from milk only, sir. a correct correct. Okay, but the direct product obtained from milk is curd. Okay, so from milk first you get curd. Okay, and from the curd you have to do the agitation and all that, then you get butter and then later ghee. Okay, so the direct product obtained from milk is curd. Okay, so that is why I'm going with option number D. Okay, so next, question number 8. Malaria is a type of disease. In the same way, spear is a type of weapon. Okay, spear is a type of weapon. So for those who want clarity of what exactly is a spear, so spear is this. Okay, so if you have seen in the war, okay, old times, before gun, bullets, everything were there. So when they used to have all these weapons long ago, they used to use this as the war weapons. Okay, so spear, they just throw like this and all. If you have seen Bahubali movie, maybe you might have seen this. Okay, so coming back to this, so mathematics is basically study and analysis of numbers. Okay, so mathematics is study and analysis of numbers. In the same way, history is it's a study of events. Okay, to be more appropriate, okay, the events, history is all about events. Okay, so some battle of Plassey took place, or the first war of independence, or French Revolution, or German Revolution, and all that. Okay, so history is all about some memorable events. Okay, so which completely changed the entire scenario. Okay, so that is why the correct answer would be option C. Okay, so next, bread is made with the help of this microorganism called yeast. Okay, which is a fungi. In the same way, curd is made with the help of bacteria. Okay, which is our lactobacillus. Okay, which is a lactobacillus bacteria which helps in preparation of curd. Okay, so the next question. Okay, question number 11. So virology or virology is study of virus. In the same way, semantics is study of language. Okay, semantics is study of language. Okay, so that is your answer to question number 11. So question number 12, pig gives birth. Okay, pig gives birth to farrow. Okay, farrow is a baby pig, that's all. So I'll just show you. Farrow is this chotu pig, young born pig. So yes, so pigs can be of different varieties. There is pink pig. Okay, there's one pig which stays in the gutter. Okay, that is gutter pig. Okay, and like so many things you might have seen. Okay, so pig, the baby pig. Okay, you call it as farrow. Okay, just like for baby cow, you call it as calf. Okay, so in the same way, for baby pig, you call it as farrow. Similarly, for baby dog, you call it as puppy. Okay, for baby dog, you call it as puppy. So simple as such. Okay, and I need not show you. Puppies are amazingly cute, man. So anyways, I'll just show you puppies. Show you cute puppies. So how many of you have dog in your home? Okay, so you can just click on the S icon. If you have a puppy or a dog, any dog, okay, husky, Labrador, yeah, anything. Okay, so you can just click on the S. Okay, so nice, man, great. So No, I don't I don't have any dog or any pet animals at home. I am only one big pet animal. Okay, I can't take care of another animal. So I don't have, but some of my friends have, and it's really nice to have a pet animal. Okay, but your opinion. Okay, if you want, you can have it. Okay, but these puppies are amazingly cute. Okay, and like when you show so much of love and something to all these animals, okay, so they truly deserve it, and they will always be there for you, and they will be kind of very close to you, okay, compared to your friends or anything. It's just an opinion. Okay, fine. So these are the cute puppies. And coming back to our question, where is the question, man? Question is here. Okay, so these are all homework questions. Okay, so that is why I am just marking and going to the next question. Okay, today's classwork one, I will write the reason and all that, and I will explain in detail. Okay, this and all you were supposed to do in your home itself. Okay, these were the homework questions, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so receptionist works in office in the same way air hostesses works in aircraft. Okay, so hostesses, aircraft. Okay, so that is the place where they work. Okay, so hence the answer for 13th one will be A. Okay, so question number 14th, botany is study of plants. Okay, so botany is the study of plants. In the same way, and entomology is study of insects. Okay, the study of insects is called as entomology, but there are also other options. Okay, so in this question, so I will tell you even those also. So I will write here. So the study of snakes, so basically we put it under the category of reptiles itself. Okay, study of reptiles is called as herpetology. Okay, and snake is one of the reptile. Okay, so we just put it under the category of reptile itself. So study of reptiles is called as herpetology. The next option, what was there, man? Okay, study of snakes, birds and germs. Okay, the study of birds, ornithology. Okay, I think it is ornithology. You can just verify later also. Okay, so I think I'm sure it's ornithology. If you are a biology student, if you like biology and all that, then you should know all this further classifications of a study of different types of organisms. Okay, study of reptiles comes under the category of herpetology. Study of birds, if I'm not wrong, it belongs to the category of ornithology. Okay, next, study of germs. Okay, so we just categorize all of the germs as microorganisms itself. Okay, I'll write here microbes. So hence study of all these microbes or microorganism comes under microbiology. Okay, so hence these are some things, okay, that you should know. All what is the study of all these things called. So if you like biology, then I think you should know something in detail about this also. Okay, so now I want to show you something very interesting. How many of you are not scared of snakes? Okay, because I am so scared. Okay, so I don't like snakes. I don't want to see also. Okay, but how many of you are okay seeing snakes, and they're little brave enough? Okay, and they do not uh, get fearful of snakes and all that. You can just click on yes. Okay, if you get scared of snakes, then you can click on no. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to show something called a place, okay, so which is full of snakes, okay, a snake island, okay, so which is there somewhere in Brazil. And if you do not like snakes, I'm telling you now only, close your eyes, okay. But what I'm going to show you now is full of snakes, okay. So the forest full of snakes, okay, something called the Snake Island, okay. So it's there in Brazil, okay. So if you do not like it, close your eyes. If these pictures comes in your dream, I am not responsible, okay. So you just close your eyes if you do not want to watch. And this place is in Brazil, okay. So let's just quickly go.
Stream KG.
Okay, so that was a shorter video about snakes, and those who did not like it, okay, so it was just a education purpose video, okay, fine. So anyways, so that was the study of snakes. No, the study of reptiles is called as herpetology. The study of birds is ornithology. Germs, we just put it under microorganisms, so hence we call it as study of microbes or microbiology, okay. So question number 15. So this is Paryavachi Shabd, okay, or synonyms, or the meaning of the word, okay. If you're good at English, so then you should know. So vigilant means alert, okay. Vigilant means alert. In the same way, viable means feasible, okay, means feasible or possible, okay. So for example, I want to buy a mobile phone, just assume, okay, I want to buy a mobile phone, for example. The budget is 10,000, just an example. I want to buy a mobile phone which is under 10,000, a good one, okay, a good one, okay. So uh, I should be looking for some feasible options, okay. So some brands, some good brands like Xiaomi or something, okay, so Mi, so which can give me a good mobile for under 10,000 or something, okay. So Mi, Xiaomi is one of the feasible options, okay, one of the viable options, okay, means one of the possible options. So I'm going to write here so that you can see and understand. So viable means feasible or one of the possible, okay, options, okay, that you can have, which can be executed, that's all, which makes sense and which can be executed, okay, that's all, fine. So hence these were the homework questions, okay, that we have just quickly solved. So the next type of questions what we have is of today's classwork questions, okay. So what are these questions? That I'll put it under the category of analogy 2, okay. So these are the questions which we'll be solving today. As much as possible we will solve, and remaining, so I'll put it as the homework questions, okay, cool. So question number 16. So I will give you the hint. Energy, the unit of energy is joule, okay. The unit of energy is joule. In the same way, you have to find out of the 4 options which is the correct one. I'll give you the clue. I will write it here. You can see, I'll write it here. Question number 16. SI unit of energy is joule, okay, represented as J. So in the same way, you should check here in the options which quantity is represented along with their SI unit. Okay, that is the question. So I'm going to launch the poll. Just have a guess. Okay, I know you might not have learned about this so soon, but at least you can have a clever guess. Okay, out of the 4 options, which one do you think would be correct? Okay, just a clever guess, that's all. Anyway, I will write everything and I'll show you also. Okay, but at least have a guess. Question number 16. What do you think should be the answer? Okay, so we'll give you another 10 seconds. Okay, jaldi, quickly, you should answer. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time up. Okay, I'm going to share the result. Oh, very close competition between option C and option D. But anyways, option D is the correct answer. Okay, that is the majority of you have selected correct answer. That is option D. Okay, so then what are the units of all the other things? Also, I will tell. Okay, so over here, option C, that is what you have written, SI unit of power. I'm talking about electric power. Okay, SI unit of electric power, go with watt. Okay, so power unit is watt. Commercial unit is different. Commercial unit is kWh. Okay, that is kilowatt hour. Commercial unit, that is, I'm talking about electrical unit, SI unit of power. Okay, not about optics. Optics, SI unit is diopter. Okay, that is different. Electric power unit is watt. But here, what did they write? They wrote ampere, which is wrong. Okay, so this is wrong. But resistance, SI unit of resistance is ohm. Then what is this ammeter? Ammeter is a device which measures current. You have speedometer. Speedometer measures speed. In the same way, ammeter measures current. That also I will write. So that for general knowledge, you should know. SI unit of current. SI unit of current, electric current. SI unit of electric current is ampere. Then SI unit of potential difference or voltage is volt. See, all these things you will learn in 10th standard, chapter number 12. Don't worry. There is a chapter called electricity only. At that time, you will learn. Okay, this is just the extra knowledge that I'm just giving extra information. You can just write it down. Ammeter is a device or an instrument which measures current. Okay, that's all, like the simple stuff. So you just remember all this just for knowledge. Okay, so in detail you will learn in 10th standard. Okay, all these things are there in your 10th standard physics only. Okay, electricity chapter you will learn in detail. Don't take tension. Okay, so this is your question number 16. Resistance SI unit is ohm. Okay, resistance SI unit is ohm. And some just for curiosity, okay, I'm just writing SI unit of resistance is OHM, ohm. Okay, not this. Okay, that ohm Allah. Okay, this is other ohm. So interestingly, what scientists did is something amazing. Okay, just like resistance, we also something called conductance. Okay, SI unit of conductance, what they did is that something unimaginable. They took this ohm and they wrote it ulta. Okay, that is SI unit of conductance is MHO, mo. Okay, so for SI unit of resistance is ohm, SI unit of conductance is mho. Okay, MHO, and you also have another unit called Siemens. Okay, so that is also considered as the unit of conductance. Okay, but this is something amazing. They just interchange the alphabets because conductance and resistance, they are opposite of each other. Okay, but nevertheless, you will study all this later. Okay, this is just for information I just wrote, so you should know. Okay, so please you also write it down. So we'll go to quickly next question. Okay, so question number 17, as you can see, chimney releases smoke. Okay, chimney releases smoke. Similarly, same logic, which option do you think should be correct? Again, I'm going to launch the poll and you're going to select the answer from the poll. Okay, so A, B, C, D options you have to select the correct option. Okay, chimney releases smoke. In the same way, same logic, which do you think should be the answer? Okay, so fast, just think and answer. Just a common sense. Okay, so you just carefully think, understand the options and select the best possible option. So last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to stop the poll and let us see the answers that you guys have selected. Okay, so on your screen you can see the option selected by you. So majority of you have got it correct. Okay, that is option D. Okay, chimney releases smoke. In the same way, gun releases or gun fires bullet. Okay, I'm going to write here. Chimney releases smoke. Same way, gun, instead of releases, the better word would be fire. Okay, gun releases or fires bullet. Okay, so that is why option D is the most appropriate or the correct option. Okay, and just for your visualization, I want to show you the pictures also so that it remains in your mind for a longer duration. A picture is better than 1,000 words. So you should know the chimney, okay, and how much pollution all this, not this chimney, man. Not home chimney, this is industry chimney. Industry. Okay. This. So you can see the amount of pollution, okay, all this chimneys are causing. And of course, they do have something called a precipitator, okay, and all this pollutant controller, which is all attached to the chimneys, but nevertheless, the pollution or the damage is been made. Okay, so all these industries cause lot of pollutions, especially those which run on coal. Okay, thermal based industries are causing lot of pollution. And interestingly, India is super dependent on its coal or the thermal power stations, much more than what you can imagine. Okay, and more than half of the pollution from this thermal industries are caused by India itself. Okay, whereas countries like Britain, okay, and China and all, they have completely banned the use of coal. whereas India has increased the use of coal in the past few years, okay, because we are yet to develop other sources of energy. And coal, that is thermal power station, and the hydro power station are the ones which are feeding the needs of electrical needs of our population. Okay, I'm going to write here. This is just you should know. India is super dependent, not simple, super, completely dependent. Dependent on thermal power stations and hydro power stations. So India is developing something called the solar power plants and all that. Okay, and there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go, and you should be really proud that the world's largest solar park is actually in Karnataka. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to show you that. Okay, because today I have to complete other things. Just remind me this fact: world's largest solar park is actually in India, and it's actually in Karnataka. Okay, that is one of the surprising thing, and it is actually 500 kilometers away from Hubli, or wherever we are staying, all of us. Okay, and you figure it out which place am I talking about. Okay, and this solar park produces lot of energy from the sun. Okay, so they have put huge number of solar panels, okay, throughout the area. Okay, so you figure it out where it is. I'll give you a clue. It is near Tumkur. It's a place called Pavagada. Okay, so a very amazing project that the Indian government and the Karnataka government have executed. Just see it. Okay, so I'll just show you tomorrow. Okay, fine. So the next question, quick. Okay, so question rabies. Okay, so in the same way, mosquito causes dash. Okay, which of the following diseases are caused by mosquito? Okay, bega. Okay, I'm going to stop the poll, and this is the result. Okay, nice. 95% of you have selected correct answer. Simple, common sense. Okay, so that is malaria is caused by mosquito. It's not actually the mosquito, just a carrier. Okay, malaria is actually caused by this protozoa called Plasmodium. Okay, and the female Anopheles mosquito acts as the carrier. Okay, so I'll just write here also this extra point. Question number 18. It's actually the Plasmodium which is causing the disease. Okay, which is a protozoa, and female Anopheles mosquito is actually a carrier. Okay, so this mosquito acts as a carrier of this microorganisms, harmful microorganism called Plasmodium, and which is the reason for the disease. Okay, cool. So next question number 19. Okay, last question. After this we're going to stop. Okay, don't worry. So question number 19. Acting is performed in theater in the same way gambling is done where? Okay, so where do you think gambling is all that betting, okay, and all this luck related games where you put money and you run your luck. Okay, just try whether you will be the winner based on your luck. Okay, so where do you think gambling happens? So fast. So last 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. I'm going to end the poll, share the results. Okay, so 89% of you have selected correct. So that is in casino. Okay, so how many of you have been to a casino? Okay, just for curiosity, I'm asking. How many of you have been to a casino? You can just click on yes. How many of you have been to a casino? And for those who do not know, casino is this. I'm going to show you. See, everything I'm showing you the videos or the pictures so that you can remember the things easily. Okay, because pictures stay in your memory for longer duration of time. I have realized that. So hence, that is why I want to show you a lot of pictures and videos which you can remember easily. That's all. Okay. Casino is this. Okay, where you see people put this and they play some variety of games and all based on luck. They lose money. Okay, they lose money. Some people, they get money because of their luck. But overall, this is just based on gambling. Okay, where people just try their luck. Okay, that's all, and which is absolutely not at all encouraged. And just I was just checking, like some of you have been to a casino and technically you are not allowed in a casino. Okay, you should be adult or something to be in a casino, proper ones I'm talking about. Of course, in Goa, okay, so there are some ships and all those where they have casino. And if you go to all these big cities, they do have casino, but I don't think children are allowed there. Okay, because that is completely adult related place. Okay, so don't go. Okay, don't lose your money. Okay, don't get money based on all this gambling and all. It's not good. It's basically not good. Okay, try to avoid. Don't play all this rummy, mummy, all those things. Don't play poker. Not required. You want to play chess, man. Play carom. You want to play PUBG also. Not at all a problem. Okay, but don't involve in such gambling things. Never. IPL betting and all. Better. Not required. Okay, let's just keep it clean. Okay, so not involving in all such luck related, yeah, all this like wrong things. Okay, cool. So the answer for question number 19 is casino. So now with this I'll just quickly wrap up. Okay, so today's class with a little of German. Okay, fast, and I have a quiz also based on this. So big up, because last week also, man, I did not do much. So I just want to do this extra. Speed mathematics, I'll do in tomorrow's class. Don't worry. Okay, so German. So today we'll be learning about plurals. So as you are aware, I might have told you some time ago, we have different usage of words. Okay, for masculine gender, it is different. For feminine gender, it is different. And for neutral gender, it is different. Okay, so this is how it works. If, for example, I have to tell the man, okay, so I will tell this as the man. Okay, the plural form is the men. Okay, in English you have plural the men. So over here you call it as the manner, manner, the manner. Okay, so I'll just write it neatly. You have to see how the words, the spellings, everything changes. I'll write it down only. The manner. I have put 2 dots above the letter A. So those 2 dots are called umlaut. What is this umlaut? when we do the alphabets, no, so that time I will tell. Okay, don't worry. So that is for your masculine gender. So next, similarly for feminine gender, that is Striling. We have the woman. So we write this as the Frau. Okay, F-R-A-W. Similarly, if you have to say the woman, so then you call this as the Frauen. You just have to end it with en. Okay, that's all. Same way, if you have neutral gender, okay, as I told now, children or kids, they are put under neutral category. Okay, so if you have the child, you have to tell the child. So here you tell it as das Kind. Okay, you pronounce it as kind. That is not kind, that is kind. Similarly, you have here the children. These are plural. Okay, plural. So we call it as the Kinder. Okay, that's all. And if you clearly notice here, something is happening. Okay, in plural, it all is DIE. Okay, so I'll write here this note. In plurals, the noun has DIE. Okay, so in plural forms, the noun has DIE for all genders. Whatever the gender is, it is all starting with DIE only. Okay, so this is like simple thing. Okay, that you should be aware about the plurals. Okay, the man, the manner. Okay, die Frau, die Frauen, das Kind, die Kinder. That's all. Okay, for masculine, feminine, and neutral. Okay, so just remember. Okay, so how the letter D changes as per the gender. In English, D is not dependent on the gender. Okay, so we have the same word D for all the genders. Okay, but in German, it is slightly different. Different grammar, different rules, that's all. And one more thing you should know, important one, is in German, girl is called as Mädchen. Okay, so pronunciation is pronounced as M-A-E-C-H-E-N. Okay, Mädchen. Similarly, boy is pronounced as Junge. Okay, boy is pronounced as Junge. I'm writing here how it is pronounced. Okay, boy is pronounced as Junge and girl is pronounced as Mädchen. Okay, and one more last thing. Goodbye. If you have to tell, that is auf Wiedersehen. Okay, it's an official way of telling goodbye. Okay, so it's called auf Wiedersehen. You simply has to say bye unofficially, then you say choose. Okay, you say choose. That's all. Officially, you have to tell like with respect or whatever. Then you can tell auf Wiedersehen. Okay, so this is your today's German, simple, easy, and with this idea, let us have today's German quiz, Kahoot quiz, based on this only. Okay, if you've understood this, then you'll be able to get all the questions correct. Okay, so you quickly type www.kahoot.it, and I'm going to share my screen quickly, and you be ready. I'm going to show you the game pin, and you enter this game pin and you join the game. Okay, but first you log into kahoot.it. Okay, big fast, because as soon as I show you the game pin, I'll be starting the game. Okay, so don't delay. Take your mobile, type www.kahoot.it. Okay, and you wait for the game pin. Okay, so I'm gonna start the game. I'm sharing the game pin. Okay, I'm sharing the game. First, I'll share my screen. So on your screen, you see this game pin, and enter this and join fast. Okay, quick. We have some couple of minutes left, and Mohit sir will continue his class after this. Okay, I hope on your screen you can see the game pin. You enter this game pin and you join the quiz. Okay, fast. Okay, so on your screen you can see the pin 332953. Okay, you enter this fast, and whatever we learned today, the plural form of masculine gender, feminine gender, and your neutral gender, based on that simple thing only, we have the quiz. Okay, so quickly join fast, bega, and you just get only 20 seconds for each question. So you have to be super fast. Okay, you have to be super fast in answering all these questions. Okay, so till now only 62 players have joined. So others, please join fast. You just have to type www.kahoot.it, join the website, and enter the game pin 332953. Okay, so please join fast, everyone. Okay, and I'm going to start the quiz. Okay, so others who couldn't join, please join now at least. Okay, the first question on your screen, you see the first question. Okay, translate this into German. Die Woman. Okay, die Woman, German. Okay, German form of die Woman. Okay, so very nice. Okay, that is die Frau, which is the correct answer. So 50 students have got it correct, and Suhani was the quickest to get it. So next question, question number 2. Again, 20 seconds. You should be super fast. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Convert this into German. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Okay, last 5 seconds. Okay, so the correct answer is Danke, auf Wiedersehen. Thank you means Danke. Goodbye, I just told you now, it's auf Wiedersehen. So 42 students got it correct. Then after 2 questions, so Diksha is leading. Question number 3, it's just a true or false. Junge means boy. Junge means boy. True or false? Junge means boy. True or false? Okay, last 5 seconds. And there you go. So 53 students got it correct. And after this, Diksha is still leading the scoreboard. So question number 4, last but one, the men. Okay, the men. Convert this into German. Okay, the men. Okay, plural form. Last 2 seconds. Oh my God. Papa man. Okay, this question had only 10 seconds. Okay, this was the quickest question. Okay, so the correct answer is the manner. Okay, sorry for those who couldn't answer. And after this, Mohita is leading. So last question. Last question. This question super fast. Okay, the Jungan is plural. True or false? The Jungan is plural. Is it true or false? Today we did this plural form. I had written one note also. In plural form, noun will always have this word. Which word is it? Okay, so very good. 37 students got it correct. You don't say the Jungan, you say DIE. Okay, the Jungan. Okay, DIE is common for all the nouns, plural forms of the nouns, irrespective of the gender. Okay, the Jungan. Okay, fine. So at the end of this today's quiz on German plural forms, okay, so third question. So we have, if you write some random names, I'm not going to call your name. Okay. So second question, Mayuresh. Okay. First question, Muhita. And fourth question, we have Shadman. And fifth question, Shardur. So congratulations, everyone. So well played. And these are the scores. So with this, we're going to end today's class. I'll put that worksheet as the homework. Okay, so remaining questions, you can definitely solve it today. And we'll meet tomorrow again with some more questions of analogy. And we'll learn speed, mathematics, and German. Okay, so thank you so much. So I'm going to end the class. Okay, handing it over to Mohit sir. So sir will continue from here. Okay, so thank you. And just a quick poll before I end. If you like the class, you can click on yes. So if you did not like the class, then you can click on no. Okay, so last week, if you remember, I said we'll be having one doubt solving class on missing characters. That doubt solving class is on Sunday. Okay, Sunday, 3 o'clock. If you have any doubts regarding foundation topic of missing characters, you can attend the class at 3 o'clock. Okay, so tomorrow I'll again tell you more about that. Okay, but just remember this. Okay, and fine. So thank you so much. So Mohit sir will continue the class and we'll meet tomorrow.